first. On this one side, the side that my hand's facing, just enough to prevent any air going through the cracks. And then we'll lift this up this way and set up the paper again. Okay, let's set up the paper first. It fell. We'll set it back up. Now this is going to take some time, but we're going to demonstrate this chi. Hold on. First, let's make sure that the Scotch tape is well fitted around here, so that it'll fit around nicely, so that it'll be easy to put the cup on top without any hassles, you know. Okay, now we have the Scotch tapes up, taping this side. So we're going to set this piece of paper up. And then we set this, even cup. Set this up. So fit. And then put this cup over it, which makes it so that there's no air current going through. I'm showing you chi. We're moving that piece of paper. Now you notice my palm is going up and down this glass, but not touching it. It's about 2 inches away. I'm not touching it. It's just going up and down, not even pushing forward. To make this paper move. Okay, now we get a close-up of it. Okay, now you got a close-up of it. Oops. They can't move. My hand's not touching. As you see, my face mask is on. Now we do a close-up, and then we'll knock it over. Okay, about like that. Now I'm going to attempt to knock it over. Now this is a demonstration of the mysterious energy called chi that is in all ancient Kung Fu. Authentic Kung Fu has meditations, and these meditations generate this chi. As I could explain it, whether this energy is used for healing or destruction, it is there. Now when I enter a container and move a piece of paper, that proof that is there and able to damage people if you hit them. I'm going to attempt to push this paper over now. I'm going to try to draw it towards me. As I move my hand close, it will go forward. Watch. Now I'm not going to move my hand. Now you will not see my hand move. I will move my hand very slow near the cup that contains the glass. And I generate the air, the energy, the chi. And see that piece of paper go backwards, rock backwards? Now I'll slowly move my hand backwards. See? I retract the chi now. I want to generate the chi out again. See that piece of paper? Now I retract the chi. I generate out again. This is going to go through that container. The scotch tape is around it, so there's no air current, even in the cracks. So, here you go again. See, that proves the chi. No tricks. Actual energy. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this hand very, very close, slowly, to this piece of paper now in the inside the container. And then, you will watch real carefully on the camera angle, and see it go back. See it go back? It rocks back. Now, I'm going to retract the chi. I'm going to generate the chi again. Okay, see that go out? Okay, now I'm going to retract now without my hand moving. Okay, now I'm going to generate it out again. Whoops. Alright, now that was a mistake there to push it a little bit. I accidentally bumped into the container, but it didn't fall down, so it's okay again. Watch carefully. I retract. Now, I'll try to knock it over, or pull it towards me. Okay, now, that's what you have seen is chi. Now you have a close-up of it, you have a far view of this whole thing. Again. Now, a few times it touched the container, but now it's not. Okay, I'm going to check the camera and make sure that you can see my hand and how far it's away, so that you have a perfect view of how far the hand is. And yes, this should close up the TV screen. You should be able to see it real clearly here. This you will see very, very clearly. Okay, we'll do it again. Watch now, I'll move my hand real close, but not touching. Retract. Not touching. Not touching. Now watch my hands. Pay attention to my hands. See, the hand is pushing it out right now with the energy. Now I am not moving my hand. Not very fast, very slow. See it? I move close. The chi projects and push it backwards. I move out a tiny bit. It retracts the chi. This is Kung Fu, ancient Kung Fu as it was. And this is the proof, is the Bak Fu Pai International Association's attempt to prove the existence of Qi. And the only way to prove the existence of Qi is to do it this way. Have an object inside a container. Put scotch tapes around it. Make sure no air current gets inside. And watch the paper move. If the paper moves, then you got the chi generated. The people that is watching this don't even have to use the scotch tape. They just get to the cups and enclose a piece of paper and try it themselves. And it will not move. People have been trying this for a long time. Without the meditation, it won't work. This is authentic Kung Fu. I'm putting energy into the container to move the object. If this energy could penetrate through these containers, as I said earlier, it will also penetrate human body, causing damage to the energy flow or internal injury. Now I'll move my hand really slow. Now I didn't touch the glass. It knocks it over. Now let's see if we can stand up. No, I'm just kidding. No. It knocked over. Now, to do it again, one more time. Take the container off the top. Put this piece of paper to stand up again. Now, as I say, this piece of paper is very light. But, even though it's light, it's still very difficult to move it if you don't have the energy and the chi to do it. So we set up again, you see it? It's moving again. Let's see how the view is on the video. Okay, you see it right now too. It's a side view. This side view, we can show it move better. Energy, the chi. Now let me make an attempt to turn this piece of paper around. See, now it's not moving because I have both energy sandwiching this piece of paper. See it? It's sandwiching it, so it's not moving. Now once I take this one away, it will move. See it? Now, my hand's away. Now even a light breeze will not move it. I'm blowing air out. The breeze will not even move it. That's how enclosed the container is. But with the energy chi, it will penetrate through the container and move it. To give you a better view, I'm going to give you a far view of this, and I'm going to fan the thing. Alright, now I'll pick up a phone book, which is a rather thick phone book, and fan it. See, it's fanned so hard that it moves the container. But this time it's not moving the container. See? No air. Didn't move. Alright. That was some air current. The timer's on, so you know there's no editing. There's the energy chi. There's the same as the heating energy chi. The heating energy does the same thing. As I say, you people, the members of this organization, if you want to test this yourself, you go ahead and try it. This is done live, with no tricks. See, sideways moving my hand, it still moves, see? See how it rocks? Okay, Now if I move up and down, it still rocks. If I go closer, it rocks. Now, if I go like this and retract fast, it might even knock it over. Nah, I'm just kidding. And we try it again. See? No air gets through. Now we have another test. I'm going to turn on the fan. So it causes air current going in this room. You hear the fan. But I will give you a close-up. You know it's not even moving the paper. It's not moving the paper a bit. Okay, now we do it again with the fan on. And it still rocks just the same. Hey, fan off. We'll do it once more. Okay, finally see if we can knock it over. Alright, now do it once more. Changing the position of this piece of paper. Standing this piece of paper up in a different position. Okay, I'll balance this and put the container on top. Again. Okay, now it steadies. As you see, in this bottle, it contains a cockroach. Those filthy little insects. Cockroach. See it moving around right here. Now we are going to drown this cockroach. And then hopefully with the energy G we'll bring it back alive. We have this cockroach inside a bottle, drowning. Put more water, cover over the bottle, and then after the water cover over the bottle, I'm going to try to remove whatever air bubble there is left inside the container. Okay, no more air bubble. Now we just sit here and wait until the cockroach drowns. The timer's on, however long it takes. As you would inspect this bottle, there is no air inside, or no more air bubble, all the air bubbles out. Therefore, with this cockroach, the size of a cockroach in this bottle, that's equal to a human about 40 foot of depth. But the cockroach is inside there now, drowning. I was trying to focus this thing manually for a while. Doesn't work. Okay, we'll have to put a far view back so that there's room for me to work on this, so that you still be able to see there's no tricks. We'll wait and give enough time for this cockroach to die all the way. Or she'll come up a little bit. We'll give it a few more minutes so it could die all the way and suffocate in the water. Give it a little time. Make sure the feet is still moving or not moving. If it's moving still, there's a little life in it. If it's not moving, that means the life is gone in it. But we'll give it a little time. This way, we get sure that it drowns. However long it takes to suffocate this cockroach. One minute. Two minutes. It was quite a few minutes before the timer starts counting, so we'll give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes add on to the time I've given it earlier. It should be enough time to drown this cockroach. So watch the timer on this video. The timer on the video is also there to assure you there's no editing. All this is done live. As you can hear, I'm getting out needles, pins. 3 minutes. Four minutes. Let me remind you, as a member of the organization, that these videotapes are only meant for members only. Also, this type of energy cannot be generated all the time to perform this demonstration. It's never a for sure thing, because this Hei Gong, the healing energy, is based, in my opinion, on meditative power from the mind. 40, 41, 42 seconds, 43 seconds, 44 seconds, 5 seconds, 46 seconds, 47 seconds, 48 seconds. 5 minutes, we'll drain the water. Then we'll close it back up and pour milk. So we're pushing up to out the water. Drain the water. You still see them? You still see them? Okay. The water's drained. Now, we'll take a needle, we'll stab him in the head, stab him in the back, and stab him. Another needle, and stab him. Okay. The roach has been stabbed. Generate the energy. Now it's up to us to wait and see if it comes back to life. Do it a close up. I'm keeping an eye on a cockroach now. I have stabbed it twice. Stab it one more time in the head. Okay. Remember, there's a cockroach that we drowned for over 5 minutes. Stabbed 3 times with a needle to make sure it's dead, and charge it with healing energy. We're examining the roach right now. Now, whether it come back alive or not remains to be seen. If it moves its feet or crawl a tiny bit, that means it came back alive. It shouldn't really be moving its feet. It's drowned for so long. starting to move a little bit now. All we do is wait and see. Move a tiny bit. Okay, watch carefully the feet. Now, is it coming back alive or is it not? Did you see his feet move? See? See his little feet move right here on this side right here? Okay, I think we have a live cockroach coming back. A little bit more room. See his feet moving? Those are definitely true foot moving, isn't it? The timer has not stopped. There was no editing. The paper is still inside the container. Now we'll give you a farther view. Now I want to go on a top view. Now we have a top view of this. As you can see from the top view, there's a container surrounding this piece of paper. It's a very thin piece of paper. And there's a cup underneath and a cup on top, so that it seals it inside. When you pass the energy through, it makes that paper rock back and forth. I hope from that view you'll be able to see that the hand is not touching the container. This is the same energy, in my opinion, that they use to heal with. The healing energy, the Hei Gong. We'll show you this in different angles, but the timer on. Now we try to give you a closer view of this whole thing. I'll even move the camera over a bit in the angle so that will show to you the hands, how far the hand's away from it. That's my hand right here. Watch that paper. See that paper move? That's what you call the energy, that so-called chi that they call. We call it Hei Gong. Is this energy that is believed by me, my opinion, that when you hit somebody, it enters into their body, causing them destruction, internal injury. Or it may be used as energy to correct the energy flows for healing. Not air current. This is the only proof we have that Qi or Hei Gong exists. Will be on this video footage. I'm going to put a time on. I already have a time on this. I'm going to put a date on this now. This will be as a documentary. Okay, I'm going to move my hand away. It'll be completely still. Put my hand in front of it, about 2 inches away, and it'll move. The closer, the stronger. Now, we do a test. This is about a foot away. No, too far. Okay, that bump into it. Put a piece of, enclose it in a container. See? That's the energy chi. We'll stand it back up again. Okay, this concludes this demonstration. Throughout martial arts history, they have spoke about the heavenly healing force. a type of healing chi that's supposed to heal. Most people claim they know how to use the healing chi to heal, but could they show the materialization of this energy? What is it? I'm going to show you the materialization of the healing energy called the healing chi. As the martial arts magazine given its name, the healing chi, but we call it the Fei Feng Shen Gong. Fei Feng Shen Gong is the Flying Phoenix heavenly healing force. Materializing of this energy. As you see in all martial arts movies of the instructor putting his hand on the injury and vapors like smoke things come out their hand. Well, this is the healing energy, the Fei Feng Shen Gong, the Flying Phoenix healing, heavenly healing force. This is the materializing of the energy. This energy, when we materialize through psychic energy, through psychic without rubbing. Materializing the energy chi coming out of the hand without rubbing. Watch it subside. Okay, now this is done as a documentary. We have two flies here inside this bottle that we just caught. They're alive, they're flying around, as you can see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fill that bottle up with smoke so that it will suffocate these two flies, giving it no oxygen, taking the oxygen out of the air inside that bottle. As you can see, it's getting thicker and thicker with smoke, filling up the bottle. The smoke within the bottle is so thick, you can't even see the fly. This is a fly chamber, specially designed for this experiment. I'll keep constant amount of smoke in there. Making it impossible for the flies inside the bottle to breathe. Therefore, it will suffocate it. time for it to die. Giving it time to suffocate. This is the most boring experiment, but it proved a point. To ensure that the fly is dead, we're leaving it in the bottle with the smoke for a long time. Now it's starting to clear out a little bit. We'll wait until it clears and see if flies are still alive or not, or dead. Starting to clear a bit. They are dead. We have 2 dead flies. Now, for the second stage of the experiment. Now we shall pour the flies out and stick them with pins to make sure it dies. Members of this organization. Contained in this videotape is an explanation, a demonstration of the so-called Hei Gong, Noi Gong, or commonly known in martial arts magazine as the Qi Gong. This energy from within the body, my opinion is, generated by meditations. This energy, from what I could understand it, from practicing these meditations since age 3, seriously practicing the meditation at age 9, my opinion is that this energy could be used to heal as well as destruct the internal energy of your opponent. Using this energy, it is believed that using this energy, the person is able to disturb the other person's energy flow that balances health on the human's body. The principle is, if you disturb this balance within the person's body, this energy flow, it will cause illness upon that person. If the energy is disturbed enough, it will cause serious illness on a person. Illness that could take the person's life. But in turn, this energy could also correct another person's unbalanced energy. And in a way, correcting it, and in a way it heals the person. Because after the energy is correct on the person, the illness that is caused by the imbalance of that energy will subside and finally become healed. In this videotape, I am doing a demonstration for members only. This videotape must be kept within the organization's members. I cannot say that I would be able to generate this chi every day at will, but I could do it 99% of the time. But there is days that this energy will not generate. In this videotape, we're proving to you, or giving you a demonstration of authentic Kung Fu that's inherited from generation to generation until the 6th generation since 1644 by Taoist monk Feng Do Duck. Let me get this whole legend straight for you people to understand. Feng Do Duck, Miu Heng, Ba Mei, Ji Xin Jim Xi. And Mui, according to legend, was supposed to be escape from the Shilin Temple during the time when the imperial troops are burning the Shilin Temple. Now, whether it's the northern or southern Shilin Temple, by legend is the southern Shilin Temple in the Fuking province. But during those days, when Feng Do Duck flee the burning temple, he traveled to the Ngomei Mountain. The Ngomei Mountain, there are 3 of those mountains. Ngomei Mountain in the Sichuan province of China, near the northwestern part of China, southwestern part of China. But it's more to the south than to the north. In a Taoist temple on that Ngomei Mountain, this monk, Feng Do Duck, became a Taoist monk. He has shed his roots to Shilin. But the foundation of his art is still Shilin, or Xiulam. But the whole principle is that after he went to the Ngomei Mountain and traveled on the outskirts of China, learning these information from the nomadic tribes, and went back to the Ngomei Mountain to develop his own White Tiger Ba Fu Pai system after he joined the Taoist temple. And it's having a mixture of nomadic tribes, nomadic people's arts. The
people on the outskirts of China's arts, plus the Shilin Art Foundation background, that he has, including the Taoist principle in the art. Therefore, he has developed Ba Fu Pai White Tiger system of Chinese Kung Fu, which is considered an internal fast type Kung Fu. Most internal Kung Fu were done slow, like Bat Gua Kun, Tai Ge Kun, and these slow ones. But this particular Ba Fu Pai White Tiger system is done fast, but it's internal. Now, what makes Ba Fu Pai internal? The meditations is what make Ba Fu Pai internal. And I am talking about true internal, because this art was passed from one generation to the next, with Taoist Mo Feng Do Da being the first generation Grandmaster. From one generation to the next, I am the sixth. Throughout the family, the art has been kept pure and unchanged, because it is considered a family tradition, a family art, and to change it would be an insult to your ancestors, and to your surname, and to your family. So therefore, the art can't be changed. The instructor of the art, the person that holds the art, may learn other art and add on to this art, the Ba Fu Pai Kung Fu, if he wants to. But none of the original forms will be changed. Neither with the meditations. So therefore, these meditations and the Kung Fu were as it was in 1644. If you are looking for beauty and flashy forms, you do not want Ba Fu Pai White Tiger Kung Fu. If you want a practical Kung Fu art that you could use in everyday self-defense, in promoting your own health, and if you're not interested in tournaments, performance to get trophies, then Ba Fu Pai Kung Fu would be ideal for you. Ba Fu Pai Kung Fu could be accustomed to people that are tall, short, fat, and thin, male or female. Anyone could learn Ba Fu Pai Kung Fu if they learn the meditation within the art. Then the art becomes internal. As I was talking about this videotape, on this videotape I will demonstrate to you proof that there is such an energy called Qi. My opinion is, I believe that we all inherited some of this energy from our parents and their parents, and so on, back through the generations. But some of that little bit of Qi, that little bit of energy, that little bit of Hei, that little bit of life, that is inherited from our parents and their grandparents, excuse me, the parents and the grandparents, and through the generation. Some of the energy that you inherited when you were born from your parents, which is a mixture of the energy from your ancestors, which probably make the bloodline. But this energy, some will be used up as you grow and as you work and as you function. That is the reason why we have to eat and we have to drink and we have to breathe. I believe, in my opinion, is that this energy, Hei Gong, comes from the universe, the sun, the moon, the stars, the surrounding nature, the air, the environment we live in, the environment that we are within, that we are enclosed in, that we're not going anywhere. The whole earth, the energy within the universe that shines down on the plants and make it grow. The animal eats the plant, human eat the plant and the animal, and absorbing their energies and those energies together, combining with our energy as a refueling, those energy to refuel these energies. I believe that every human being on this earth has the knowledge of Qi, of Hei Gong, because I think this force is within everybody, whether you know martial arts or not. I believe this Hei Gong that is within the person's body could be triggered off by these meditations. And through the time of ancient times, over 300 years ago in 1644, when the Taoist monk Feng Doudan was seeking immortality, he has never found immortality, but he has found a way, a method, according to legend, according to his belief, that will maintain health and give longevity. Now, whether it does or not is up to us to find out. In my belief, I believe it does, because I've been meditating and I am able to demonstrate the energy, the Qi demonstration, the Hei Gong demonstration that I have demonstrated on this videotape for you to view. Now, many Kung Fu people spoke about this energy Qi, but very few of them were able to prove to you that there is this energy, Hei Gong or Noi Gong. Few of them was able to prove to the viewers, the members, their own members, that this energy could penetrate through enclosed objects. Now, most publications on Hei Gong only tell about people able to move tassels, lanterns from far away. Talk about people using fluorescent light that is not put in a socket and make it glow. But nobody have talked about having it in enclosure so that no air will get to those objects that you're trying to move. Nobody have tried to prove that, or nobody has demonstrated. I use that method to demonstrate to you, to give you an idea of the authenticity, the very authentic and authenticity of this system, to prove to you that this is an ancient system that is based on Kung Fu, health, and Chinese herbs, as well as meditations. Will also kill flies, so they'll remove it off the oxygen. I have just removed the cork from this bottle, enclosing the fly inside, and submerge underwater. I'm going to try to keep it so that you'll be able to see this fly. We'll wait for this death. It'll be just a matter of time before it suffocates. It's still moving. Keep the camera right on it.
The time is generated on this to assure you that there's no tricks involved, that fly is in a little vial, and the vial is filled with water, and the vial itself is submerged under the water. Give it time for it to die. I think the fly has aspired. Hope the fly would fly. The fly has died. It has aspired. Okay. I'm going to drain the water. And pour this fly out on here where you see him. I'll take this pour out of the way. Okay, the fly is poured out now. It's dead. As you see, the fly is dead. Alright. You'll see on the time on the video how long it took for that fly to suffocate in the water. Okay, now we shall wait. We'll see how long it takes for the energy, the healing energy, to take effect on these flies. On this video, you have seen the fly suffocated in a bottle of smoke. Now we bring this a little further. We drown the fly in water, in a sink, submerge inside a vial filled with water, making sure that no air is inside the bottle, the little vial, and it's left underneath the water in the sink until the fly dies. After the fly dies, I pour out the fly and put it on the sink. What you see right now is not moving. It is dead. Then I pass the hand through it to revive the natural energy, the so-called qi, in the fly. The Chinese believe that every living thing on this earth has the so-called qi, the energy, the life force. They believe that this energy was absorbed through the universe by plants, and animals eat the plant. Humans eat the animal and the plant. combining different type of energy, it creates the energy of human. The aura could be you call it as the energy. You call it anything you wish to call it, but it is the energy that makes us function. Correction of that energy will create life again, because the energy is life. When you suffocate and kill a fly, its energy leaves his body, it subsides, it becomes non-existent. So therefore, the body will be lifeless. So it is death. And the body is charged up again. It is electricity. Battery ran out on this one. Okay. Got the fly walking around again. There you are. I think we got it. The fly became alive. My name is Doo Wai. I am the 6th generation family inherited grandmaster of the Bak Fu Pai system of Chinese Kung Fu. What I have to say is serious and it's important. You have watched this videotape demonstration until this point of the video. The information on this video has not been offered or taught to anybody before this date. The Chinese have a saying, all the wealth in the world could not provide health. But with health, a person is able to be healthy and make wealth. Chinese people eat for health, drink for health, and use meditations for health. This is the primitive type of information. These informations were used by Taoist monk Feng Do Duck over 300 years ago. And his source of information came from knowledge that has been in use in China for over 5,000 years. During the year of 1644, Taoist monk Feng Do Duck taught a disciple, which were my ancestors. During monk Feng Do Duck's deathbed time, his last wish was for my ancestor to carry this art from one generation to the next generation, complete and unchanged. These information were taught as it were in 1644. Exactly the same way as Taoist monk Feng Do Duck would have taught it. The only difference is it is in modern time, 1990, and then it is 1644. But despite the time and era or year or decade, humans are also still the same. We are the same in 1644 as we are now. The methods that is effective during the year 1644 would be effective now. The reason these information remain unchanged is because this information was passed down from father to son, grandfather to grandson, through the generations within the family until now the 6th generation. I am offering to you the meditation that will enable you to move objects inside a container and bring back dead flies and bugs to life, plus able to heal with your energy called Qi. These meditations also cause your own energy to balance and provide you with perfect health. In this meditation, I will show you the meditation but not the breathing sequences that will trigger off the meditation until the fee of $400 are paid for this instructional video. Upon payment of $400, I will dub in the breathing sequences to this meditation, which is the breath control, and enable you to trigger off the meditation to perform the demonstration that I have done. These information are very rare. It's first time offer. This offer will expire soon. Just one chance to obtain this information. You do these meditations, I guarantee you, you will be able to move objects inside containers, bring dead flies and cockroach insects back to life after they're dead, and at the same time able to heal with this energy. We also have meditation available for other health methods. $400 for this videotape. Firm. No discount, no payments. Cash only. Meditation that I do and have been practicing since I was 3 years old to create this type of energy called Hei Gong or Qi. This meditation is very simple. You sit in a chair as you normally sit. That is the reason why this video camera only focuses on the upper half of my body, because all is necessary for you to remember is the upper half of the body. Tongue touching the roof of your mouth at all times so that the saliva will flow back in your throat so you wouldn't have a dry throat. At the same time, the tip of the tongue will be touching that nerve area on top of your mouth so that it would cause the saliva to flow. In this meditation, as I said earlier, I will not tell you the breathing sequences, the breath controls, the percentage control that trigger off this meditation. But upon payment of $400 cash, I will dub in the procedure for you or write down the procedure for you. The reason for that is so that the breathing breath control procedure will not be on the video, so that not anybody could copy this video and use it without your consent. For instance, if someone steals that video from you or borrows it from you to try to copy a copy of it, it will be completely useless without the breathing breath control sequels. Most likely I will be writing down for you the breathing sequences and give it to you in a sealed envelope so that only you will be able to know what the breathing sequences are. It's for your security because it is a pretty expensive videotape. But normally this videotape, this sequence, this type of meditation will be charged up to $40,000-$50,000, and it will not even be taught out of the family. But however, in 1990 I have decided to release 2 of these meditations so that you may enjoy perfect health according to Chinese legend, as I have enjoyed health throughout these years. I am a Chinese herbalist and Chinese physician. I have never seen or visited a doctor's office. Myself, I have never visited a doctor's office. If I have a flu, I will make myself some herbal tea to cure the flu. If I have a common cold, I will mix myself some herbal tea. If I have an injury, I will use herbs. This is me personally is what I do. If you people wish to copy me and join me in an effort of maintaining our own health, to learn something that is very valuable, such as a meditation that will maintain your health, then please give me your support and purchase this videotape. This videotape is a key, according to Chinese legend, my belief, a key to good health. And good health is completely priceless. Now we start the meditation. Both hands in front of you, like this, right in front of your eye. Slowly. Now my eyes are open, but when you're doing this meditation yourself, make sure your eyes are closed. That's why you have to memorize these meditations before you even practice it. And always remember to do the breathing sequence, the breath control breathing sequence, before you start the meditation. You may wonder how the breathing is. The breathing is normal. Just breathe really normally. You do these meditations for 1 week and you will probably feel the results. One of our members' father was in a wheelchair. The doctors tell him there's nothing they could do for him. He has arthritis in both legs, couldn't work, couldn't walk, and one of the members taught him a meditation, his father meditation. Follow our health diet, our herbal health soup diet, and apply a primitive folk healing type herbal rubbing, external herbal rubbing on his knees. And according to the member, his father is now back to work, off the wheelchair, and walk for 3 miles a day. There's other cases with other disciples and other members applying this knowledge to their friends and family and have drastically good results. And these members have letters from these satisfied people to prove it. These meditations may be done by the young and old. Excellent for senior people. This member's father is 50-something years old. He's a senior. Most people that this information supposedly heal are elder people and people with health complications. According to what we believe, if you have poor health, our diet will bring you to perfect health. You have illness, our methods
will relieve you of the illness. That's our belief, our opinion. We claim no medical values to any of our information. And there's a breathing sequence you do before you come out of the meditation, which I'm not going to tell you in this video either. Do not attempt to copy these meditations until you have the breathing sequences on the beginning, the breath controls, and the breathing sequences to come out of it. Because if not, it will damage your health, because these meditations are energy correcting meditations. And only after the breath control breathing sequence is done would it be safe to practice. Otherwise, it may bring illness instead of health. So make sure you have the breathing sequences before you practice this meditation. This is number 1. Breathing sequences before you practice this meditation. This is number 1. Number 2 meditation. You need 2 of these in order to be able to do the demonstration, perform the demonstration that is on this videotape and provide help. That equal to about $200 each meditation, which is a very, very low price to pay for legendary ancient Chinese health, especially as rare as these information. These meditations were kept the same as Taoist monk Feng Do Dat practiced it in 1644. Second meditation. These meditations are done at the right pace, so be sure you do it at this right pace, same pace. Be sure to coordinate yourself at the speed that I'm doing for you. This is the correct speed. This is the correct way of doing the meditation. Please do these meditations for about 5 minutes a day when you purchase this videotape and after you have the breathing sequences. Remember, another word of warning, do not attempt to do these meditations until you have the proper breathing sequences. Chances are it may not cause you illness, but it may cause some side effects, as well as not producing any results. So make sure you have the breathing sequences. Deep your hand down onto your knees. And this concludes the second meditation to this videotape. After you have seen the results, you're welcome to purchase other meditations such as these. Remember, these meditations will expire soon. Therefore, if you want to purchase it, purchase this as soon as possible, because once this meditation expires, this offer expires, excuse me, once this offer expires, I shall not sell this meditation again. These are too rare of an information to teach out at such a low price as $400. Purchasing of this meditation tape has to be through a member of the association, these are lists of herbal packages, herbal formula combinations, so that you will have an idea of what herbal combination from formulas looks like. When you fill these formula, it will look similar to these herbs that we're showing you on this video in packages.
個人喺小樓咁寂寞，特登嚟陪你傾下偈，點知你咁孤寒啫嘛？
花田里行，豈可作此怪異常行為着禮教關防，忙換丫鬟為伴。春桃啊，咩事啊，少奶？企喺度陪我。哦，
可能佢厭如桃李，先有冧若冰牙霜。講我百計千方，難免我調情伎倆。陌上疏，古人節業動君和，表笑你多讀書，此書你曾否看？羅夫心似雪，皎潔足流芳。阿表嫂你好讀書，但係你讀得就好冤枉。古人幾多風流事，你應該讀多咗3兩行。嗱，紅筆與文君。又何嘗是放蕩啫？千古都傳佳話，我哋學下又何妨啫？
我得花言巧語，你似在狂。呢種無恥之言，請你去別處講。春桃吓，送阿表少扯咧。哦，表少，少奶叫我送你扯喎。
睇佢正經成嗰個樣，唔怪得你要受此怎難堪啊！好，等你手生花手多兩年，嗰陣睇你如何正當。
去啦，表少。
去咪去咯。
少奶啊，我扶你埋床唞下，斟碗藥俾你飲咧。
When you purchase a videotape on Kung Fu lessons from Ba Fu Pai Family Inherited Kung Fu System, we provide you with secrets that even a Kung Fu master that owns a Kung Fu school in the Orient will not reveal. These techniques of Tita, elementary, so-called Chinese legendary head medicine, the herbal knowledge of Kung Fu masters, a tradition for over a few thousand years in China. Even the Chinese Kung Fu masters in China and Hong Kong do not review these techniques, nor would they review the herbal formulas to their disciples unless they have learned from them for a number of years, for about 10 years. As the public know, we have healed newscaster Bob Lawrence on Channel 39 NBC News, San Diego, California. Newscaster Bob Lawrence has sprained his finger while playing football or playing ball with his son. He came to interview the materialization of the Ba Fu Pai, internal energy, the Qi. At the same time, Mr. Lawrence mentioned about his finger being sprained during playing a ball game with his son. His thumb that was sprained was in pain and could not move. Now this is on video footage. In the martial arts practicing of martial arts, sparring, there is a big chance that you may sprain your thumb or your fingers. Then you must apply Ti Da Jiao, Chinese martial arts Ti Da Jiao, which we have already shown you the formula on this videotape. You will make this Ti Da Jiao and let it sit for the amount of time we mentioned before using it, and according to legend, it will remove the pain of a sprain. Now you must remember a few principles behind the sprained finger or sprained hand, wrist, or tendon. We start with the thumb. Never pull your thumb or the sprained thumb or finger outwards. In other words, pulling outward. Never pull it outward hard. Don't ever pull it outward hard. If you do pull it, you must pull it real slightly, a tiny bit, which is recommended. And then you twirl it this way, and then you this way. After twirling it to your right and then to your left. Now this rubbing has to be repeated, have to be repeated over and over again for about 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure to wet the area, the thumb that is sprained, wet the area with Ti Da Jiao and rub it long ways. To begin with, long ways. Preferably with your two fingers, rub it long ways. And then you squeeze it and you rub it long ways, this way. And then after that, you use both hands on the thumb and you rub it this way. After that, you repeat the twirl again, twirling it. First to your right of your PV screen and then to your left. In other words, when you're twirling the person that's injured, or the sprained thumb, when you're facing his thumb, it is to your right and then to your left. And then again rub ointment this way, all around the side, all around the thumb, and especially on the joint that is sprained. Rub it in a circular motion after long ways, in a circular motion, and use your two finger on the bottom like this, and then like this, and then you rub it round and round until it heats up with about an ounce of pressure. That is for the sprained thumb. The finger, you do the same thing as the sprained thumb. Rub it, twirl it, all the fingers. Now, the wrist is the same way.
It's basic. The wrist. Now, depending on how bad you sprain it, feel the side of it. If it has a little cracking sound when you move it, then you sprain it really bad. So therefore, sometimes you might need a herbal padding, which we will show you later on this videotape also. The herbal padding. And if it's not on this videotape, it'll be on another videotape. It depends on our distributor, how they edit this here. We give them the master and they edit it. But anyway, the herbal formula for herbal padding will also be included on this videotape. The wrist, you do the same way. You pull your hand, you pull it slightly. But when you pull it slightly, you hold if you're left-handed, you hold the person's sprained wrist, the place where it hurts. Sometimes when you're doing karate training or karate practicing or taekwondo or any martial arts conditioning, sometimes you throw a punch and you sprain your wrist. Okay, if you're supposed to throw a punch like this, and if you happen to your opponent happen to move, or something happened that you punch a little low, you sprain it. Or you punch a little high, you sprain it. When you sprain it, you grab the hand and you pull the hand slightly, not with a lot of force, and twirl it to your left and then to your right, or to your right and to your left. It doesn't matter which way you twirl it really, but just twirl it back and forth. And then you will rub it sideways, like this, on the wrist, sideways. Both hands sandwiching it and rub it sideways on this wrist. And you repeat that same procedure, pull slightly, twirl it, and then rub it for about 10-20 minutes if it's the wrist. Now, same as the elbow. The elbow is the same way. You pull that. The only difference is that the shoulder you don't pull. If the shoulder sprang or loose, there's another technique which we'll show you later. If we could include it on this videotape, we will. This videotape contains an awful lot of forms and two-man forms. So therefore, it's already an 8-hour tape already. But there'll be more. But yes, shoulder will be different. We'll see if we'll include it into this. But anyway, now if you have a bruise, you use the same tidajiao, and you rub the bruise in a circular motion. Always rub the bruise in a circular motion until it's warm. Just rub it in circular motion. If there's a bruise is right here on top of your hand, you rub it round and round, round. If it's on your wrist, you rub long ways and then round, long ways and then round, long ways and then round. And that's for the bruise, and remove bruise. With our tidajiao that we recommend for you to use as a legendary herb, that we found out, our opinion is through our own martial arts training, we found out that these bruises will go away within half an hour to an hour and a half. And while you're rubbing it, it will thin out and start to fade right before your eye while you're rubbing it. And it should remove the bruise in about half an hour to an hour and a half. Very bad bruise may take a tiny bit longer, but no more than a few hours. If you have a sprained tendon, the way we found out these tidajiao, it will soothe it and remove the pain, and you feel results. Our opinion is that we feel results when we're using it for our martial arts training. There's bruises, sprains, and that's how you rub them. We also have herbal ointment tidajiao for stretching pains. We have herbal tidajiao for 3-star for hand toughening. When you hit each other's hand on the wrist, 3-star practicing exercises, and you rub the ointment to remove the pain and condition the wrist to be hard. So we have these extra that we will put into our further sections of these videotapes. This videotape is 8 hours. So copies of the ancient herbal formula. These herbal lists or herbal formula is a combination of herbs with its measurement and weight that a Chinese herbalist in ancient times used to fill the herbal combinations. This is a tidajiao formula. This herb, after it's combined, could be submerged in 1 quart of
gin, vodka, or Chinese rice wine. These formulas are authorized for home use only. It's only legendary formula that have no medical values for martial arts training, and is only authorized for home use only. Reproduction of these formulas and this product for public sales is not authorized. These formulas are copyright. They're protected under the copyright law of the United States and other countries. This is another Chinese disown formula. This formula could also be submerged in a quart of gin, vodka, or Chinese rice wine, and let both of these formulas sit in a cool, dry place for 1.5 months before use. These disown would be good for the sprains, stretching, bruises, etc. It's all-purpose disown, authorized for home use only.